Right, brace yourself people, I've got some devastating news, okay? The drone is fine, however the shoes are not. No wonder I've got wet feet. So in my last video I took myself off to Cloutswood and Markham Banks to test fly my drone. She, Gertrude, flew very well. I had no issues with the gimbal or the camera. The fogging issue seems to have been alleviated. So in this video I go to my nearby woodlands, Stanton Park, to try something which I've not seen much before on the internet. I sometimes get an issue with the recordings from my drone. Every now and then I go to download the footage from my drone to my PC and I get an error message. This can be very annoying. So to stop this from happening, I have now employed the services of another camera. Now, this could go very well or it could go very bad, but stay tuned to find out. So a place where we don't go to very often. I'm not going to go into the woods just because time prevents me from doing that, but what I have got is my drone with me today once again, but this is going to be different. This is going to be different, okay? Yes, the drone's got a camera on it, but I'm going to add another camera to it, this one here. This one's going to be sitting on top of the drone itself, stuck there by a very sticky pad, thanks to 3M by the way, and I'm not sponsored by them. It's going to be looking down at the drone, kind of. So it's going to be different. I don't think you see this kind of stuff very often on other people's videos on YouTube or anywhere else for that matter. But on this channel, you're going to see it. So if you stick around, this could be interesting. So let's get into it. So what I'm going to be trying today, okay, I notice it's going to alter the weight of it, and it's going to take it from 249 grams up to probably over 300 grams. But I'm just very curious to see what the footage would be like if I was to add another camera to the top of the drone looking down. Now this is a wide-angled lens camera. I want to try and get the angle about right so I can see kind of the front. Okay, let's give it a go, shall we? There we go. Well, it takes off. Right, now I'm confident it takes off, I can actually put the camera onto film. Well, it seems to be handling it quite well, to be fair. See if it affects the balance or not, that's what I want to know. It seems to work fine. I think perhaps the speed is just compromised slightly. Okay, right. perhaps some interesting footage there. Obviously I'm not going to know that until I get back, but obviously there's a compromise with the weight there. It's now taken it over and above its actual payload weight of 249 grams, taking it probably above 300. So therefore I'm not really allowed to fly it like this in a built up area. I can fly it around here like this because there's all trees and no people, so I'm okay to do it around here. Right, so that was that little experiment sort of over and done with, really. That's the first time I've taken it out into the open environment. Just flying it very low level in your back garden, you don't kind of get the same feeling. But out here, if something happens to it, then it's going to come falling out the sky at not a very high altitude and loft fairly softly, I think, on the crops there. But no, I think that was kind of interesting. I'm not going to know what the footage looks like until I get home, but it worked really well, I thought. Didn't really fly any different to it being with no payload on there. I mean, so it all goes sort of credit really to DJI for making a fantastic little drone. It's just a shame it hasn't got obstacle avoidance such as trees, bridges and water. But it's a great little machine, and you know, kudos to GoPro for making such a small, compact, lightweight little camera, you know, which I can stick on my little drone and to get some, hopefully, some real nice footage. So there we go. It was, yeah, I do experiment an awful lot with cameras and camera angles, just trying to get something different, because, you know, when you go on YouTube you just see more or less the same kind of thing. I just wanted to offer my viewers something, you know, a bit different, and I think it's most definitely different, especially with the wide angled lens. I think that's really going to play into its own on this one. Okay, I'm just going to give it a rest for a while. Oh, I come up with some things, don't I, eh? The original is never always as good as I'd like it to be. I'm always trying to add to it. And I think that's where probably an issue can occur. If you're kind of adding something to something which is already perfect, then you know, you're going to get yourself some issues there. Just turn you around a little bit. But nonetheless, you know, I do like to get out here and just show people the area of interest where I live, and there's quite a lot in and around my little part of the world, you know. So what I try to do is take my cameras out, show you these places, get the drone up, show you these places, and then try and present them in the best possible way I can. High quality, interesting content. Try and keep people engaged with it, just to show you the places where you have never heard of or couldn't possibly get out to. This is the last one you'll get in. Go on, go away. That's a dog, by the way, not the wife. Yeah, so the wife's at work today, so whilst the wife is away, Andy, the Oxfordshire man, can play. And I do play, as you can see. I've just spotted a fantastic shot. I think flying it across there with my drone, taking the footage from that camera there, that will make a fantastic shot. I have my coffee, and then I'm going to go and do that. You don't want coffee, mate, do you? There's a puddle over there. You can go and have a drink. Yeah, fairly successful. There's a few little glitches there. For one, battery power is reduced by at least 25% because of the extra payload, although this doesn't weigh an awful lot. Obviously the drone isn't set up to carry more weight than it actually ought to carry. So yeah, you know, it's going to be compromised somewhat, and it takes more power, you know, to lift a bit more up. So hence the battery is going to take a bit of a hit on that. And the other thing is just a few little glitches within the app itself. You know, it's a bit fiddly, if you like, and obviously with all the extra, you know, cameras and the drone and one thing or another, there's an awful lot of stuff to remember, awful lot of stuff to set up, you know, and to take your filming and to try and get decent shots, you know, of the woods, especially this time of year. And then when you've done all that, you know, you've got to go home, you've got to download all the files to your PC, and then that's when the magic kind of starts. You know, you could have the most fantastic footage, but unless you have a bit of a skill, and in some ways a bit adventurous regarding how you edit the files which you've got, it can either make a success of a video or it can make it a failure. So yeah, you know, my camera work is kind of, well, I think it's all right, it's okay, it's not outstanding, it's not the best, then again it's not the worst. But what I really try and do is to go home and really sit down and take my time over the edits, you know, give attention to minor details. Attention to detail, I think, in editing is where it's really at. You know, it can make a success of a video or it can make it a complete flop. However, looking at my statistics and looking at my views, well, it's not great, is it? But then again, I enjoy what I do. You know, I enjoy what I do. I could be doing something far, far worse than coming out here and enjoying the countryside, getting some exercise, giving the old dog a bit of a walk. I'm really interested to see what kind of footage I get from this camera here, looking down with a wide-angled lens. I think that could be kind of interesting. It's something which you don't see very often on drone videos. So I'm interested to look at that one. Yeah, I'm going to take my time on this video. I'm going to try and, like I do on all my videos, I try and edit the absolute heck out of them, you know, to just make it a more enjoyable experience for my audience. And if you have liked what you've seen, then please do like or thumb down. It doesn't make no difference to me, to be honest, because it's all views at the end of the day. But if you have liked it, thumb up. And if you really liked it, then please subscribe to my channel, because I enjoy what I do, and if you appreciate what I do, then please show your appreciation by hitting the old subscription button there. It's free, and then obviously the bell notification to see more content, get alerts for that. So yeah, so it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from Cov the dog. Kovu, say goodbye. Goodbye. Kovu, say goodbye. And I'm going to get myself home now, make myself a nice cup of tea, download all my footage, and then That's when the fun begins. Anyway, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.